welcome everyone. See some old faces, see some new faces. It's good to have you all here with me this evening or morning, wherever you're at in the world or in the country. Today will be a very relaxing restorative yoga session. So we'll start with a little bit of movement just to kind of get the wiggles out. And then the last portion will be mostly holding restorative yoga poses for about 5 minutes or so at a time. So very gentle, very mild. Um, Nothing too crazy like backflips or handstands or anything like that. But if you are working with any injuries or tight spots, feel free to pop those into the chat. You can message me directly through there, and just let me know so that if there is anything in the sequence that I think might aggravate that particular part of your body, I'll provide some modifications. And if y'all do find anything that's feeling weird in any of these poses, again, feel free to either unmute yourself or you can just drop a message in the chat and then I'll find some modifications for y'all so that you're still getting the same benefit, but not as intense. All right. And with that, we will begin. For your props today, please have one blanket that's folded up so you have a little bit of cushioning between you and the floor, as well as either a yoga bolster or a thick pillow or two, whatever you have available. Additionally, if you have a little bit of wall space that you can put your feet up onto, or a piece of furniture like a chair or a couch or a stool nearby, towards the end we will be in a pose where feet need to be a little bit more elevated than our hearts. So grab all of those. One more joining. All right, welcome. All right, and just one more quick rundown for those just joining. Please have one blanket, one pillow or two available within reach. Also, wall space or a piece of furniture nearby that you can swing your feet up onto a little bit later. Right. Today, we are going to start sitting on top of your pillow or bolster. And if you have wall space nearby, sit with your back up against the wall. You can also sit up against a piece of furniture. Option one, either have your legs crossed at the ankles. If, however, you're feeling any tightness in your hips or your knees today, extend your legs out into a mini straddle. Option one for your palms, if you'd like to get a little bit of stabilizing today, have your palms facing down on your thighs. Option number two, you need a little bit of a pick-me-up in energy, rotate your palms to face skyward. And option three, if you need a little bit of both worlds today, have one up, one down. From here, roll your shoulders back. Lift the crown of your head up tall. Close your eyes. Start to tune into your breath. Tune into how your breath feels as it enters in through your nostrils. Be just as attuned to how your breath feels as it exits the body. Inhale through your nose. See if you can fill your lungs all the way up. And exhale everything out of your mouth. Let your teeth separate and the muscles around your lips soften. Inhale through your nose. Fill your lungs as far up as you can. Then exhale, sigh it out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. With your ribs expanding, front, back, and sides. Exhale out of your mouth. Feel the softening of the muscles between your ribs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out of your mouth and choose to let go of any past thoughts. Inhale through your nose. Exhale to sigh out of your mouth and let go of any future lists. One more breath just like that. Inhale through your nose. Audible exhale out of your mouth. And allow yourself to be present to all the minute sensations that are happening within your body, especially as we move throughout this practice. Now we'll be moving into our breathwork. Start by inhaling to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then pause with your breath full for another 5 counts. Exhale for an additional 5 counts. And at the bottom of your breath, pause for 5 more counts. Beginning your box-shaped breath again. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 5. Exhale everything out for 5 counts. Pause at the bottom for 5. Inhale for 5. And aim to use your ribs to breathe and not your shoulders. Pause for 5 counts at the top. Soften the tops of your shoulders and the sides of your neck. Exhale everything out for 5 counts. As you pause at the bottom of your breath on empty, notice where your mind goes. Few more rounds. Inhale for 5. Pause. Separate your back teeth another centimeter. Exhale everything out of your lungs. And pause at the bottom. Do one more round of this box-shaped breath on your own. And feel your breath sparking to life new spots in your body and in your mind. Patiently wait for each individual quadrant to begin and to end. Once you've finished your box-shaped breath, return to your normal deep breathing. No need to pause in between. Notice the free flow, current of air as it flows through you. legs start to plank open your mouth. Roll forward onto your knees. Move your pillow away. Keep your blanket nearby. You come into an all fours position with your blanket underneath your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. And for today, tuck your toes underneath to help stretch out your. From here, inhale, lower your belly, lift your head and your tailbone to the ceiling. Exhale, push the floor away from you as you round through your spine. Inhale, lower your belly, reach your heart forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your tailbone underneath, and you puff up through your upper back. Inhale, lower your belly into your cow pose. Exhale, round up into your cow pose. 3 more, just like that. Inhale to lower, exhale to round. Articulate through each individual vertebrae. So you open up another channel of breath down the back side of your body. On your next inhale, come back through a neutral spine. And as you exhale, crunch your right side ribs towards your right hip and peek over your right shoulder to make a complete C curve in your spine. Inhale, bring your spine and your head back through to the center. Exhale, crunch over to the left, peeking over your left shoulder towards your left pinky toe. Inhale, through to center. Exhale, crunch over to the right. Try and get your ribs as close as you can to your hip. Inhale through to center. Exhale, knit your left low ribs towards your left hip. You peek over to the left side of your mat. Inhale through to center. Do 2 more on each side. See if you can turn your gaze a little further each time you peek over each shoulder. After your final C curve, come back to a neutral spine. Actively pull your belly button in towards the middle of your spine to help support your torso. From here, step your right toes back, straightening out the leg, but keep your toes tucked underneath. And start to pump through your right heel, forward and back. Feel that gentle stretch in the back of your hamstring. Slowly open it up. Start to loosen up its control. One more pump of the heel. Then draw your right knee back underneath your hip. With both sets of toes tucked. Inhale, step your left foot back. And exhale, start to pump through the heel. One side might feel a little tighter than the other, totally normal. This might be your dominant side that you stand on more. Stay connected to your deep breathing. If you're not sure if you're breathing deep enough, see if you can hear it. Last pump of the left heel. And then bringing your left knee back underneath your hip. From here, take your feet to one side and sit on your belly. Then stay seating on your blanket. Feels like a little bit of cushioning. Option 1, sit cross-legged. Option number 2, to open up a little bit more in the inner thighs and inner hips. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees wide. So have your heels a little further away from your pelvis. Don't want it too close up. So in that way, you can get your spine nice and tall, stacking over your hips. From here, walk your left hand outside of your left hip and plant it down on the ground, about a foot away. Inhale, either raise your right arm up in line with your ear. Option number 2, you can wrap your low arm behind your your forearm behind your low back. Take one more breath here, holding your side bend to the left. And slowly roll your upper body forward. Swoop up and over to the other side. Coming into a side bend with your left arm, either up in line with your ear or wrapping behind your low back. Now adding in a little breath to movement. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bring the torso forward, then up and over to side bend, over to the left. Inhale, telescope your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, reach your arm forward, swoop to side bend over to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, swoop over to the left. Keep going side to side on your own. Would you like to slow this down even more and hold one of these side bend stretches for an additional breath or two? Feel free. Be here for 3 more breaths. After your final side bend, sit up. Your legs are in a Baddha Konasana or a butterfly positioning. Use your hands to help close your legs like a book. And then sweep your feet over to one side. Grab a sip of water. And then on your way back, bring your bolster or your pillow along with you, as well as your blanket. And we'll start moving into our restorative version, restorative section of our practice. First pose is I call it banana over a bolster or banana over a pillow. You'll start by sitting on your left hip on top of the blanket and the long end of your pillow up against your hip. Start with your knees and ankles stacked. Then lay down on your left side. Option 1, you can rest your head on your upper arm. If, however, you have tightness in your neck today, You can always grab an additional pillow to place underneath your left ear. Option 1 for your right arm. You can either rest it on your right cheek, putting up through the side of your armpit, getting more breath into your lymph node area. Option number 2, you can rest it on your hip or even on the pillow in front of you. Legs. You can either have them bent at a 90-degree angle, knees and ankles stacked. Option 2, legs straight. So you're creating this banana draped over the pillow motion. From here, once you've settled in, close your eyes. And tap back into your box-shaped breath. This time, shifting your breath's awareness to the right side rib. With a count of 5, inhale, expand the right side ribs. Pause when full, but not forced, for an additional 5 counts. Then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause at the bottom for an additional 5. Starting your box-shaped breath again. Inhale into right side ribs for 5. As you pause for 5 counts, feel that air swirling around the right lung and underneath the ribs. Exhale everything out. Soften the right side of your body completely. And pause at the bottom of your soft breath for 5 counts. 3 more rounds of box-shaped breath. If you'd like to increase the amount of counts that you do in each quadrant, feel free. Do 6 or 7 or even 8. Just make sure it's the same number all the way around the breath. Beginning 3 rounds. Final round of box-shaped breath. Return to your normal deep breathing in and out through the nose. Your right arm was resting on your right knee. Bring your hand in front of your chest. Your legs are out long, take your knees in towards your belly. With either eyes closed or half open, roll forward. Rock yourself up to a seat. Turn to face the other direction or just swivel to the other side. Stepping up for our second round. Banana over the pillow. Take your time choosing which option for the left arm you would like, which option for the legs would feel best to your hips and your knees. It doesn't have to match the first side, it can be totally different. Once you've settled onto your right side, let your eyelids get heavy once again. Or shift your inner focus to the left side ribs. Tap back into your box-shaped breath again. Aim to unlock as much as you can on the left side of your chest cavity as you did on the right. Each inhale brings with it new life and new opportunities. As you hold your breath on full, those blessings begin to imprint themselves in your body. Each exhale carries with it those things within you that no longer support or serve you. As you pause at the bottom of your breath, you allow yourself to hover between the physical and the spiritual world. Learning to experience all of these things in just one breath. Fascinate on that for another 3 to 4 rounds of your box shape. After your final round of box-shaped breath, drift back into your deep breathing. If it's not already there, rest your left hand in front of your chest. Take your knees in towards your belly one at a time. And slowly roll forward. Use your strong arms to help brush yourself up to this. From here, we're going to get into a chest opening restorative pose. A couple of different options. The most, I guess, the more intense variation will be to have your pillow go long ways away from your blanket. And then if you sit directly on your blanket, you'll get your low back or your bum as close as you can to the short end of your pillow. And then lay down, getting your spine and your head completely supported by the pillow. Arms out to a T, or one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Legs can be anywhere that you would like. Feet together, knees wide, knees planted, feet planted with knees knocking in. You can also do legs straight, whatever you'd like. If, however, this is a little too intense of a chest opener for you, grab an additional pillow, or you can use a book or an extra towel. Place that underneath the end that's furthest away from you, so you have a little bit more of a ramp here. And then lay down on that. And if that's still not working for y'all, then option number 3, the least intense version, will be just to use your blanket. The blanket will be folded, so you have a little bit of thickness. And then you would lay directly on the floor with your spine going down the center of the blanket. Any of those 3 options. Always try out 3, see which one feels best. All right, snuggle back into your props. If your eyelashes and your eyelids get heavy, feel your breath, or feel your body rather, take a collective sigh of relief. As you settle onto your props and welcome in their support. From here on out, breathe in a way that is easy and that feels good. Now we'll begin our meditation portion of our class. But first, all you see behind your eyelids is darkness. But then all of a sudden, a shape begins to take form. And soon you can clearly see the image of your front door. Take a couple steps towards your front door and reach down for the knob. You turn the knob carefully, and as your front door creaks open, on the other side of the threshold, you see a pathway of stones that carve its way through a dense, thick forest. You step through your front door, and with a click, it latches behind you. You feel a sense of calm as you begin to walk along the stone tunnel. Feel the coolness of the rocks beneath your feet. Sweet scent of the trees in the air. by step, this thought winds its way deeper and deeper through the trees. Soon, you come to a clearing. In the center of this clearing lies a structure. 4 tall walls on either side, completely covered in ivy. You walk around the structure, you reach out your hand, drag it across the walls, feeling into the stones that make up the walls, and the leaves of the vines that cover the top of the wall. Turn the third and then the final corner of the structure. Behind 2 big vines of ivy, you see a gold knob connected to an old wooden door. With your hands, you part the ivy like a curtain and reveal the old door behind it. You reach down and expecting this old door to be stiff with age or rust. When you twist the knob, rather, it's easy and smooth, like it had just been installed the day before rather than centuries ago. You walk through and close the wood door behind you. Before you see a magical garden. Flowers of all shades and scents. Butterflies and bees lazily flying their way from blossom to blossom, maybe settling on a puddle for a restroom. The air in this garden is sweeter, warmer, cozy almost. You continue to walk through the garden. Occasionally reaching out your hand to touch a petal. Feel the texture of a branch or a leaf. I'm fascinated with all the flora and fauna that surround you. breath in. If your left leg is out long, draw the left foot back towards your bum, planting the foot underneath your knee. And then take one more full round of breath. Drag the right foot underneath your right knee. From here, push into your right foot. Roll on your left side. You can either come onto the floor off of your pillow or use your pillow as support. Press yourself back up to this. Grab a sip of water, and we'll rearrange our props for our final pose of the day. Now, this is where we'll need either wall space or a piece of furniture if you have that nearby. And for your blanket, fold it up so you have a decent amount of thickness. Now, this is how I like to get into this pose. I'll start by putting my folded blanket down, and then I will lay on my side, trying to get my butt close to the wall or to whatever piece of furniture I'll be swinging my legs up onto. From here, raise your legs up the wall, and also kind of shimmy or scoot with your arms and your shoulders if you would like. Option 1, you can have your pillow underneath your head, but if that's a little too much for your neck, you can always just be straight down on the floor with your head. Options for the legs: either straight up towards the ceiling, or soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can also do 1 and 1 if you'd like to mix it up today. Rest your hands anywhere that it would be the most comfortable. Once everything is in place, close your eyes again. Reconnect to that free flow of breath. The one that is easy to maintain. The far side of your magic garden. Realize one plant in particular. One that seems to be calling to you with how bright, fragrant, visually appealing it is. And this magic plant can be different to everyone. Some of us might see a desert plant with thick skin, pointed edges. Others might see a soft green leafy bush. This really soft to the touch. Others of us might see flowers. Right in the height of their bloom. Whatever your plant looks like to you, you sit down next to it and begin to study every detail. texture, colors. The longer you fascinate on your plant, the calmer you become. In that calm, tranquil moment, you feel very much a part of this plant. As you choose to swap energy, exchange oxygen and carbon monoxide, and help each other to flourish. And start to notice the skies overhead getting dimmer. The sun begins to set. The light fades from your garden. You decide to return home, but promise your plants and the surrounding plants that you will visit again soon. You bid farewell to your garden. Stand. You start to walk, or rather float, back towards the door. That old creaky door that you used to enter. Garden almost seems quiet now, with the sun and the light fading fast. Bees and butterflies and other insects have made their way home. The silence they leave behind can be just as deafening as the buzz when they're around. Just look for the day at your garden and then step through the door. You latch the door tight, as if to keep all the magic inside. Continue your journey back along the stone path that winds its way through the forest. Stones are slightly cooler now beneath your feet. The air begins to get brisk as night falls. very end of this path, see a single standing door, your door. You open it slightly, taking one breath for a moment before you leave your magical fantasy realm. Come back to the earth. Even though these two worlds might seem separate, you know deep down that you can come back here at any time. You easily make that transition between your front door back to your secret garden. Feel free to stay here, your magical dreamlike state as long as you would like. And in this restful pose is where I leave you. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening as we journeyed into the secret garden. And keep that natural beauty inside your heart for the rest of your week. And I'll see y'all next time.